Welcome to day 1 of 21 real South African Sign Language stay-home lessons. During the next 21 days, we will release one video a day for you to enjoy. Usually when we do sign language training, we always have a deaf person with us that can assist with sign language training. But as you know, it's lockdown. You should know that we cannot bring in a deaf person to do sign language with us. So I'll be here to teach you more about South African Sign Language. Today we will learn the South African Sign Language alphabet and fingerspelling tips. We will also learn inappropriate ways and appropriate ways to refer to the deaf community. Then we will also learn 15 or so vocabulary words that is applicable right now. So let's start with the South African Sign Language alphabet. When we do sign language fingerspelling, you might ask, left hand, right hand, how do I fingerspell? It doesn't matter. You can start with your left hand and continue with your left hand fingerspelling, or you can start with your right hand, continue with your right hand fingerspelling. Just know that when you start fingerspelling, do not bounce. Sometimes I see this A, B, and that is not going to help the deaf person read what you're trying to say, because he's going to follow you like this. The eyes are going to go like that to follow what you're trying to spell. Also, don't change your hands in the middle of fingerspelling. You're spelling something and then suddenly say, let's say A, B, O, C, D, E, F. No. Keep it at one side. Comfortable, not too high, not too low. Let's see if you can follow. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I want to mention something here. It's either G, but some deaf people also show G like this. H, some people do H. I, looks like an I. J, K. L, looks like an L. M, N, O, see, that looks like an O. P is the K hand dropping down, and that makes it a P. Q is the G hand dropping down into a Q, so it's Q. R, S, T. Watch out for this one. Lots of posts going around saying learn the South African Sign Language alphabet, and it shows this one. This one is going to get you into trouble. This one is not what you want to use. You want to use T. It is the thumb underneath the index finger. It looks like this. T. It is not T. This is the American Sign Language fingerspelling T. Not in South Africa, not acceptable. U. V. Looks like a V. W. X. Y. And Z. 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 Doesn't matter how you make the Z in the air. Inappropriate ways to refer to the deaf community. Hearing impaired. No, it's not acceptable in the deaf community to use hearing impaired. You're like, okay, deaf mute, deaf dumb. I have a cousin that's deaf dumb. I have a cousin that's deaf mute. No, also not acceptable. Deaf do not want to be called disabled. They do not want to be called hearing impaired. They also do not want to be called deaf dumb or deaf mute. The only acceptable term is to use deaf or hard of hearing. The only two terms that is acceptable. The rest, forget it. You might sound correct, politically correct, but you're definitely not deaf correct. Name, yours, what? Again, name, yours, what? It's what is your name? Now, you can then reply saying, name mine, and then you fingerspell, because we just learned some fingerspelling. In my case, it's Tian, it's T-E-A-A-N. Now you can also say T-E-A-N. That's the interesting part about sign language. Fingerspelling is you don't have to A-A or O-O or E-E. If there's a double vowel, you can just smoothen it out. Tian. Everybody's mind these days, everybody's conversation these days is the coronavirus. Corona is the ball with the little crowns. Corona. So let's show you again. Corona virus. Now, because it's used so many times, interpreters won't show the virus, they would probably just show corona. And when deaf people communicate, they will probably also just show corona, which means the coronavirus. They don't need to add virus. Sick. Sick, you're going to use this finger. So you use the middle finger, you bend it. You place one on your belly button, one on your forehead, and you go this. That means you're sick. The facial expressions says a lot about how you feel. What about pain? Headache. Headache. Oh. So you show the location where you have pain. Maybe it's in the chest. You're going to show chest, pain. So if a deaf person comes to the hospital and it's like, you know that, okay, he's got pain inside. Coughing. Place the hand on your chest, make this hand a fist, and go like this. You don't need to make a sound. The action shows you're coughing. So a person a deaf person into the hospital feeling sick, and they ask him, are you coughing? You can ask. It's like a question mark in your face. Are you coughing? One of your symptoms? Are you well? Hands? Are you well? Also, you can use these hands for saying, hi, hello. Are you well? Look at my facial expressions, asking the question, are you well? Hi, are you well? But you're not going to say, are you well? You're just not going to use your mouth. You're just going to do like this. Or you're usually not going to use your mouth speaking English or speaking Afrikaans. We will get to that, or other languages. We will get to that in a later lesson. Doctor, okay? Doctor or doctor, nurse. There are many signs. You can see, I think we have two or three signs for nurse on Real South African Sign Language page. Also, hospital, using the thumb. Hospital. Thumb. Hospital. You're making a little cross. We said nurse because years ago the nurse had these It's like a hairband or a headband, I'm not sure. It was kind of a big headband with a little cross in the middle. So that's why it comes from nurse. Other deaf people also use other signs, which you can pay attention to. So we have sick, cough or cough, hospital, doctor or doctor, nurse, are you well, hi, name your what, name mine, and then you finger spell your name. Other one I can give you as well is problem. It's the V hand shape. You bend it, so it's bend. Then you go like this. Problem. Problem. Oh, problem. No problem. Problem. Problem? No problem. I think that's the lesson for today. I hope you've learned something at least. I know this is very basic, but tomorrow we will carry on with lesson and day 2. I see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.